today's tutorial we'll be looking on one more topic in ServiceNow, which is called as related list, or in other terms it's called keep forming a relationship. Okay, so let's see according to the ServiceNow docs what exactly the related list is. So a related list appears on the form and show records in the table that have relationship to the current record. Okay, so it's basically a binding to the current record. Okay, with the association with of the current record with the different tables, right? And it will be shown based on certain queries out. So in today's tutorial we will first understand what is related list. That okay, then we will see how it looks on the form. Then we will see how we can create a custom relationship, okay, based on our requirements. Okay, so first of all, we got the definition from the ServiceNow docs, what exactly the related list is. Okay, now let's go on a instance, and I will show you how exactly the related list look like. So for today's tutorial, let's move to change request. Okay, we have not used this table from a long time, so yeah, let's use it out. So I will go change request.test, and if we open any change request, right? For example, if I open this change request, okay. So on the form, if you scroll to the bottom, so you can see certain tabs, right? These tabs are called as related list. So these are the out of the box created tabs. Okay, there are a few more which is already present in the system. Okay, so if you want to get additional tabs or remove certain tabs from here, related list from here, so how you can do it, that you can simply right click, configure, and you can do configure related list. Okay, in configure related list you will be seeing a slush bucket. Okay, so using that slush bucket you can either remove or add. Suppose I want to remove outage from here. Okay, and I want to add, what exactly I want to add task. Okay, parent. Okay, I will save. Okay, and it will get added to the form. So let's just wait for its load. Okay, now if we scroll down, okay, on the form, so now you can see, wait, it's taking time. Come on. Okay, so let's guess what exactly should happen. Okay, at this stage till my system runs over. So what exactly happens is like we will be having a task tab over here, and we have removed the outage related list, right? So this was the expectation. Now let's create a custom relationship. Okay, we will not go with out of the box, and as always we will focus more on practical side, right? So how to create a custom related list? So for example, on this change form you want to have a related list which will show all the incident which is created by the user who has requested a change request. Okay, so how to do that? Basically for that you can go to the filter navigator and you have to type relationship. Yeah, it's not that relationship, it's a relationship between tables. Okay, so under system definition you will find a relationship model. You can see over here. Okay, yeah, at the bottom, relationship. So click on relationship, and then you will see all kind of related lists which are already present. Okay, so if you want to check what are related lists are already present, so you can simply group by applies to. Okay, and it will show what all related lists are present on which table. Okay, so for example I want to see what all related lists are there on change request. So I can see it pretty easily that on change request, okay, there's one. Now you will say, yo, we saw other related lists also, right? It was based on the task table, okay, because change request is extended from task table, right? So from there we are getting this request. In the similar way you can see for all the tables. Okay, now let's create a custom relationship. Okay, so as I told you that the use case for us is like if we want to see all the incidents which are created by the user who is creating change requests also. So here we can make him we want to point him out, hey bro, you have already created this much of incident, now you are creating a change also. So this is the UI, okay, for relationship, okay. So you can give the name over here in the name tab, okay. Why I'm not giving it? Because my system is slow, okay. Okay. So okay, I will give it a name. Let's give it like incident, incident by requested person. A person. It's quite big. I will give a requester. Incident by requester. Okay. So this in advance, you if you want to go via a heavy script, right? Okay, that your relationship can't be mapped directly, then you can click on advanced and then you can define apply to and query from. Okay, but for today's use case, you can simply, there is no need for that. We already have applies to and query from, right? So here, basically here the advanced is used when you have a hybrid condition, right? For example, you have to, in order to get the data, you have to query different tables, right? Then you can use that out. Okay. Now moving on to applies to. So applies to define on which particular table you want to, this particular related list will be seen. Okay. So for us, it will be change request table. So I will go change request. Oh, change request. Now queries from table is like from which particular table you want to show the data under that related list. So guess what the table is? Yes, the table is incident for us. Okay. So we have given applies to, we have given query from table. Okay, now if you come to the query section, okay, you can see over here. So you can simply define, add your code here. ServiceNow is helping us a lot with the helping text, right? So it's like add your code here, such as current dot add query field and value. So current will be the table on which we are. It's like queries from table. Okay. So queries from table will act like a current because we are querying on that table, right? And parent will be act as a the applies to table. Okay. So in our condition, current will be incident and applies to will be change request. Okay. So let's give the normal condition. Okay. So I will give current dot. So you can give encoded query or add any query. Okay. So first of all, I will give active query because I want to see only active records, right? Why I will say inactive record, right? So then current dot, I will go add query. Okay. In add query, I will give, I want to see opened by the same user, right? So I will give open underscore by, okay, comma, what is the field name for requester? Let's check it out. So it's requester underscore by, right? Perfect. So it's requester underscore by. We'll go back. Okay, and we'll give parent dot requested by. Perfect, right? So we are given active query. We are given on the incident table opened by equal to the requested by from the change request. And what else we can do? Yeah, we can do order by also. Okay, so I will do current dot order by according to which I want to order by. Let's do it via number because yeah. So we have given the number, and you must be thinking, oh, it's pretty easy, right? Yes, it is. Okay. So that's it. That's done. You can simply save it out. Okay. Now, if I go to the change request, okay. Let's see. Let's try to refresh it out, okay. And refreshing, it's taking time. Okay, I've refreshed it out. Okay, and if I go to related list, wait a second, you can't see that related list over here, right? Oh, why? Because I told you, I explained in the start, okay, you can pull or push the related list from the configure related list section, right? Let's do that and let's try to find our newly created related list. So we'll go to configure, and where is that related list, and we'll try to find the related list with the name incident by requester. It should be the, so we can see over here incident by requester. I will simply pull it over here, pull to the right side so that it will be visible on the form, and I will save. Okay, so now I have saved. Now it should be visible. Okay, else I will feel embarrassed, right? So let's scroll down, and now if I see we got incident by requester, I can see there are 23 records over there. Okay, let's see, but people will not trust me, right? Okay, so first of all we can see it's ordered by number, right? And second, whether, so here the requested by system administrator. Let's see where the open by user for this incident. So how to check that? We'll go to this gear icon and we will check for open by, and I will make it visible so that we can cross verify the things. So I pulled that field out. Okay, on the related list we will again scroll down and it should show system administrator, right? The open by at system administrator. So I go over here and boom, you can see the open by system administrator for all the records which I can see, which we can see over here. In the similar way, you can create your own customized related list based upon your requirement, right? Okay, let's verify this out also once on incident table whether it's working fine or not. So I will quickly go to incident list. I don't want people to point fingers on anything, so yeah, let's give the same condition. We will give, what will we give? We will give active is true and open by is system administrator. Let's look at the count. Okay, how many records we are getting over here. So as you can see, we got 23 records. Let's cross verify over there. How many records we got in the release? We got 23 records. That means it's working fine. Okay, so in this way we have seen what is a relationship, how it exactly looks, how you can pull the relationship, how you can push the relationship, how we can create a custom relationship. So I think this is all for today's tutorial. Okay, please like, follow, subscribe. Okay, I'm getting a high amount of subscriber. Okay, thanks for all your love. Okay, and please drop comments because I'm creating tutorials based on your inputs only, because sometimes I also get confused, right? What needs to be prepared. So till then, stay safe, stay happy, and have a nice day. Thank you.